Oh, what a nightmare. Right, so I just had to do a quick little callback. Flexi hose going up to a set of basin taps. Nip it up, done. So, annoying, but it just meant that I had to sort of call around here first thing. But that is what it is. Check your nuts. Check your bloody nuts. Right, we are going off to do a landlord, well, not landlord, Airbnb job. Can you call them landlords? Probably. Airbnb job. Another one. This time they've got a very sulphury, horrible smell in the bathroom. What could that be? I know what it is before I even go out there, so I'm going to go to the merchant now and pick up what I believe is the right part. Right, so we've just been into the merchant and I picked up an air admittance valve. Now you can see this is a tiny little box because I've started fitting these more often than not, which is a much smaller one. It will do 110, but it will also do 3-inch and 4-inch. So yeah, they're just a lot better, especially when you're going into a job blind. But that is my thought on this one. Now, this is where the job gets interesting. So, customer said, can you not disturb the boxing? I'm like, well, I think I might have to, to replace it. I was like, is there boxing in? Yeah. Now, there's a chance there might not be a Durgo valve, and it might be something else, because I've had that before, where it was the seal around the back of the toilet into the pan connector. So, we don't know until we actually get out there, but yeah, we got to try and do this as neatly as possible. Easier said than done, isn't it? I know. Because they got a guest in tomorrow at 4 o'clock, so they've got quite a short window to make good. And I've said you are very likely going to need someone to make good the boxing. Very least, decorating, bit of filler, splash a bit of paint over it, job done. And at worst, rebox it in, fill it, paint it, all ready for 4 o'clock tomorrow. So yeah, we don't know till we actually get there. Now it could be somewhere really horrible, like behind a shower or something like that. So let's not guess. Let's just go out to the job. It's not a million miles from me, but it was far enough away that I thought I'd pick up a part and guess what part it is, rather than doing a trip back and forth, as we got loads of temporary traffic lights at the minute. So we're going out the other side of a place called Morton in the Marsh, which is about 20 minutes from the nearest merchant, really. So let's go out there and let's go have a look. So cut to me at the job. Right, so we're here. Now I can see whoever's staying there, the holiday maker. Airbnb guest is leaving. He's just packing up his car. We've got 10 minutes before we're actually supposed to be here. We're supposed to be here at 10 and it is 10:02. So yeah, I'm gonna just let him get on out and then we shall jump in. So I'm gonna just sit here, chill out for a minute, and then we'll go in. Okay, so we are in. So it's not a massive cottage. There's not really a whole lot going on, really. As far as space, it doesn't look like there's much of a back garden to get round. So let's go up these very, very, very steep stairs. And here is the bathroom. Now we'll just check that there's no en-suites. So single bedroom there, nothing. The master bedroom here. Just looks like a cupboard. Right. So bathroom should be a bad smell. You don't smell great, let's put it that way. Now looking at the boxing, it's just a straight run across. There's nothing going up. So we need to check to see if that soil pipe goes straight outside. Now, good thing about technology is we can stick the phone out there. like that. See if we can see anything. I can't see anything. We might have to go out the back and have a look outside just to see if there is a soil stack outside. Right, so the house doesn't have a rear garden, so we're gonna have to get some ladders just to get up this wall, just to have a look over and see what we can see. But we should be seeing a soil stack somewhere, but we can't from here. Okay, so I can't see anything out this side. Now, what are these weird little tunnels about? If anyone knows, please explain that in the comments. But it's like a weird little walkway. What is that? That is so strange. Now, we definitely can't see anything. Now, there's an overflow there, presumably from an old toilet. I'm not sure, but yeah, nothing out there. Right, so what we need to do is take some boxing off and take a look. Right, so air admittance valve, we would need something sticking up. Now, that's a hollow wall. Is it behind there? That's a solid wall. That's hollow. So, so we've got no upstand anywhere. There's no upstand in a corner anywhere. It wouldn't be under a bath, I wouldn't have thought, because it has to be higher than a cistern. Should be. Right. So, let's go the other side of there. We know we got that cupboard. So, is there going to be anything in this cupboard? Is there going to be some soil pipe or something along those lines? In fact, does that go to the outside edge? So. Potentially that it should be this side of the wall, shouldn't it? Okay. Outside wall. Internal wall. So that is the bath is behind this area. Okay, so the bath should be behind this area somewhere here. Now, you've got a load of dead legs of pipe. Loads of dead legs of pipe there, which is unusual. You've got some sort of, I don't know what's going on there really. But, yeah, look, we got loads of just dead pipe doing absolutely nothing there, but no sign of a soil stack of any form. Now, so it could be in that wall. Could be in that wall. I can't, in all honesty, see where else it could be. So this is all hollow, so it could be running up inside somewhere. Now, we need to look for a loft hatch. There's one. Because we need to go up there and have a look, see if it goes all the way up into a loft space. In fact, it's that steep, these stairs, that they give you a rope to hold on to as you come down, because it is rather a tricky set of stairs then. Right, now the only thing as well is, where does the soil pipe come down in here? Right, so fireplace. Is it in here? Obviously not. There's no box in here. Maybe one of these is fake. Ooh, hang on a minute. Okay, that is an incredible find. There is our soil pipe, and it goes up there. And that absolutely stinks in there. That is absolutely humming. So we could have a leak up there. Potentially. God, that absolutely stinks. Right, so genuinely that is one of the best bits of boxing that I've ever seen. It looked so realistic, especially with the ironwork on it, that I really did think that that was just a beam within the house, because there's beams everywhere. So yeah, that's pretty incredible. But we've got that terrible, bad, sulphury, horrible smell. Now, it does go underground, so if there was water running down there, wastewater, I don't think it'd show up down here. So could be a leak, could possibly be a leak. So let's jump up in the loft before we do anything else and just see if we've got a pipe terminating up in the loft. And just see what it smells like up in the loft as well. So we need light, we need the ladders once again. Right, so this is one of them super creepy lofts. And I've seen some ginormous spiders in there. And we're gonna have to go through an absolute literal web of cobwebs. Oh, where is he? I just saw one of the biggest spiders I've seen in a long time. And he was right up here somewhere. Right. Oh. Just make sure there's nothing up here that could be causing a bad smell, like a body. I'm just going to poke my phone in. And hopefully we can see if there is a saw stack right around this corner. Now I need to review this footage and see what I can see. Now we've got loads of tanks and stuff up there. It's making me interested. Is the hot water... That's not off of the tank, that's off of the combi boiler, isn't it? Right, easiest way to tell, put your finger over. And obviously it wouldn't be under mains pressure, so it wouldn't squirt everywhere. So let's just... Yeah, that's mains pressure. So all of that tank and everything else up there is completely dead. This just doesn't actually really do anything. So all that copper pipe work and everything, that is all redundant. A better plumber than me would take it all out. But I ain't going up there in all them cobwebs. So, right, we're gonna have to take the bath panel off. All that boxing, to me, the thing is, it has to have some sort of air admittance. Because if you flush the toilet and you haven't got any air admittance, it would either pull that water out, or it would go up and then back down gently, and it wouldn't flow properly. So we're going to have to start taking off some boxing. So now I've got to call the customer and we need to have a discussion about the next steps, because I've done as much investigating as I can do without starting to actually take things apart. Now we're going to have to start taking things apart. Okay, I got off the phone to them and spoke to them, and they're like, yeah, it's got to get done. Now I've just pried that, and that stinks. That stinks bad. Right, so that is pretty much off. Right, are you ready for this? Oh no! It goes in there. So let me try and get the phone in there. Oh, hang on, the other way. Let's see if we can see up in there. Oh no, that is, look at that. So there's our stack, all right? And the pipe looks as though it runs straight into it. Now, I don't think that's a T. It's not a T, that's an elbow. Oh. But is that a bad smell coming from a you know, not a pretty poor connection there. Which it could be. It could be. Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Is that a plastered in panel that must go right? I've put my hand, like that is an elbow, okay? That's an elbow. It doesn't go off that way. I'll put my hand up there. Now I think there's pipe going up, which means it's in there. Great. The pipe does actually run up inside of that wall. Obviously it can't go any further than that Velux, so could be in there. Right, quick phone call to the owner of this Airbnb, and yes, we are just gonna go for it. Thing is, the smell is so pungent and it's so bad that we're just gonna have to get it done. Now, it could be up as high as that. So I think what we're gonna do is actually start high and then see where we go from there. Right, so we just made a hole with a hammer. We're just tapping along just to try and get the centre. Now I'm gonna cut out this wire, see if we can open it up and get some access. Well, there it is, right there, because look, I can pull off a bit of, in fact I might even be able to pull out that, but there is the polystyrene cap, because I have a polystyrene cap on these. So pull that out just to show you. That is where the Durgo is. So you might be able to, from there, pull it out and then pop the new one in. Obviously, we are going to give it a good clean up, and I've got it out, thank God, right? It wasn't glued in, it was just push fit. You can actually see up in there that the rubber has corroded and it's literally like peeling downwards. Might try and take that apart and have a better look. But you need to have a really good clear up. Right, so we've just had a quick sort of sweep up and just, you know, clean it off a little bit. Right, so you see the sort of like squared out, well, you can basically see that rubber there should be against it, basically. See? And that is just all twisted up and fucked. Right, so I've sent some pictures and I've just got off the phone to the customer. I was on FaceTime to them so they could see it. Now, me personally, this would be my suggestion, is not a nice thin sheet of wood. Yeah, cover the whole area, 4 screws in each corner. Leave that as an accessible, serviceable part and make that accessible. So just put something over it, yeah? That makes sense to me. I know if it was in your own house, this is the thing, it's an Airbnb, okay? So that would be a cheaper solution and an easier solution, and it makes it serviceable in the future. Obviously, if it was your own home, you'd probably go, nah, I want this nice and flat. Fair enough. Oh, that absolutely stinks. Right, I'm gonna have just a quick break. We do need to put the new Durgo in, and I need to get some screws and stuff and put that boxing back together as best that I can. And also, I thought I'd have to tidy up down here because obviously everything's fell down through that. I should have put that back over. Oh well, right. So yeah, I've got some tidying up to do. Serious tidying up to do. And also, I am going to put some sealant around the outlet for the toilet. So, just in case there is any smells getting through that, you know, just I don't want to call back. No one wants to call back. Right, let's go and have a quick break. No milk, no milk. Usually they have little pods of milk or something. And it looks as though when they first get there, they get like an actual pint of milk, and there is none left. So there's nothing in the fridge, but we'll have a black coffee instead. You're thinking, how dare you? How can you do this? Just make yourself a cup of tea. It's an Airbnb. The cleaners haven't even been in yet. So I'm just going to have a quick black coffee. Oh, dear. Right. Just, yeah. Oh, such a Thursday. Right, so here is our new Durgo valve. It's a nice little compact one. You can hear it working. You can see inside of it, that little round thing there is where that washer sits. And it allows it to pull in air but not release it. Now I've got a load of lube because I want it just to slide in nice. So I don't want to be having to struggle with this one. Right, so wash my hands. Oh, it feels so. Oh, it feels awful. Let me wipe my hand. Okay, so. Right, let's put this in the hole. So. There it is, pushed in. Right, let me see if I can get in there so you can see it. There it is, just pushed in. Make sure that is fully pushed in, yeah. And that is it, job done on that one. Right, so, not very often, but sometimes you get smells coming out from around here. So we are just gonna fill all of this with silicone just to stop any bad smells. Just, you never know. Could be that as well. All right, there we go, job done. So I've not screwed it all back because I don't know what they're gonna end up doing. Now I have somewhat trimmed off the old paint and just made it a bit easier for the decorator. Forgot about that side, but I just got to do the top of that skirt in there. But yeah, not too much of a bother. And then I'll just put some wet these up and put them around just so that it's not blowing dust everywhere constantly. We'll shut that window. Oh, we'll leave that open because what I want to do is let it air out a bit, just because I've been in here so long I can't tell the smell, but I'm sure if you were to walk in here fresh, you'd probably smell it. All right. We still got loads of other work to do today, so I don't know how long we've been here, but what is the time? We got here we got here at 10. I don't know what time it is, but we spent quite a lot of time messing about, just trying to get everything as neat as possible. Now the boxing, in all fairness, I've prepped it all ready for filling and painting. So just like scraping off like the big lumps of old paint and stuff like that. We've tidied up down here. We put all this back together. Look. It's kind of cool, that. It's cool. Best bit of boxing I've ever seen. So yeah, let's go now and do some more jobs. We got stop taps and all sorts of other stuff to do. So yeah, right. Let's go to the next job. Well, I'll tell you what, this place is the definition of rural Cotswolds. So let me just pull round onto the drive because it's just round there. But yeah, proper little farmyard, this one. So let's go in and have a look. Do you know what? I'd love to live somewhere like this, just in the middle of absolutely bumfuck nowhere. No neighbours, no nothing going on. Oh, it'd be great, wouldn't it? Right, so the flush on this is, what, intermittent? Is that the right word? Sometimes it flushes, sometimes it don't. So, obviously close coupled. Let's get it taken apart. And as you can see right here, these wing nuts aren't all rusted up. How lovely. Come on, get off. we go. Right, so I've got all the old one out. Now I've got a push button, and she was going to have that instead of a normal siphon. And I've also found a lovely little McAlpine bracket, so we're going to use that. Now, the one thing with this is it divots and it's not, look, it's not flat. So I am going to silicone it on. So what I might have to do is send this one to plumber and say, Matty, I finally used some sealant on a toilet. He tries to convince me that I should always, but I usually argue with him over that one. But on this one, we're going to do exactly that. We're going to put some sealant on, even though it's got quite a nice big thick rubber. I just don't trust it. No, I don't know. What brand are these? Oh, the Fluid Master. Okay. So, you got your normal flat rubber there. Now look at this one. It goes, oh, it centres it up lovely. We're going to use that. Oh, sweet. I'm over the moon that it comes with that. I didn't know that they always come with that. So that is awesome. Okay. So we get rid of this one, put this one on, and then that will centre it up nice. And we shouldn't really need silicone, but we're going to do it for the memes. Right, so I've put these on. I love the fact that these don't slip off. Once they're on there. And then you just put them to whatever size you need to go down into those. So let's get it on. Right, now you've probably seen these a million times before, these McAlpine things, but just watch how quick these go on, right? Yeah, so I've barely had to locate that. Get it started, watch. Done. Oh, they're just so easy. Right, we did have a little leak. So, down on that one there, it was dripping off. So I've tightened both sides up. Should have squeezed that donut washer nice and true. Nice bit of CT1 there, look. Lovely. It's the only thing with that, with using anything sealants, they get fucking everywhere. Right, a couple more flushes and make sure we're happy. Oh, you fucking cunt, I can see it dripping now. Right, I've tightened the ever-loving fuck out of that, both sides, and I think that's obviously squeezed it down enough that it's compressed that rubber. Because unfortunately it's like, they're great, yeah, because they're stainless steel, but you need a pair of grips to like tighten them up properly. Alright, so the other job here today is this stop tap. Now apparently it's not working. Can we get it working? Or do we have to swap it out? That's the trick. Well, I'm going to try loosening off the packing gland, see if I can actually move it. Hang on a minute, I thought I'd just see if it would actually move, and it does. It's just a bit tight. So let me try and loosen it up. Right, so I've turned that off. I'll just show you quick. So you can see tap is on. So there's nothing wrong with the rubber washer inside of it. Now it's not turned off particularly hard, but it's a case of, can we do it by hand, and can we get it to the stage where we can do it on by hand? Let's see, that is too tight by hand. Let me get a spanner out of my pocket. Right. Let's see if that's on. Yeah, that's off. Yeah, I can do that by hand. I think most people could. So there we go. I think that's job done on that one. We're not going to go taking all that off and turning it off out in the street. And the other thing is, there's only one in this street, obviously because it's a farmyard, and it turns off 5 different properties. They're all connected, so yeah, it would have been a bit of a nightmare. So we'll just make sure it don't leak as well. Right, so we tightened up that packing gland, which is easy enough to do. Just grab that and you just twist it clockwise. and that still moves. I can do that easy enough. So we'll just make sure we definitely not got any drips, and yeah, job done. Right, so there we go. That is all of today's jobs done and dusted. Kind of a how long's a piece of string sort of job, that first one. Could have been there very quick, but there you go. I will check my diary, make sure there is nothing else. Just in case, you never know. But yeah, there we go. That is it done. What are we doing tomorrow? I don't even know what we're doing tomorrow, to be honest with you. I haven't even looked. We got so much stuff booked in, but it's all booked in at random days. Now I know next week we've got loads of like booked in work, removing pipe work ready for a new kitchen to be installed. We've got water softeners to do. We've got all sorts of like bits and bobs. But yeah, we shall see. Right, catch you on the next one. Like, subscribe, do all that bullshit. I really appreciate it. Become a member if you want. 99p a month, you get loads of extra videos. And members will tell you in the comments how good the membership is and why you should become a member. 99p, easy decision to make. Right, catch you on the next one, boys.